Protect your subconscious because consciousness protects your future. Welcome to the ultimate sanctuary of mental sovereignty. You are entering a high-frequency transmission titled, Protect Your Subconscious because Consciousness Protects Your Future. This is not just a collection of thoughts. It is a fortified defense system for your destiny. Your subconscious mind is the fertile soil in which the seeds of your reality are planted, but the world is filled with shadows seeking to sow weeds of doubt, fear, and limitation. Today, you are reclaiming the role of the master gardener. You are learning that to protect your subconscious is to ensure your future success. In this 40-section journey, we will architect a mental fortress that no external negativity can penetrate. We are moving beyond passive listening into active, dynamic reprogramming. By engaging in this morning discipline, you are utilizing your conscious awareness to shield the deeper layers of your psyche. When your consciousness is alert, focused, and protective, your future becomes a predictable manifestation of greatness. Every I am you declare today acts as a digital signature on the fabric of time, claiming your right to abundance, peace, and power. Prepare to speak with authority and visualize with surgical precision. Your future is not something that happens to you. It is something you protect into existence. Let us begin the awakening. Section 1. The Fortress of the Sacred Gate. I am the vigilant guardian of my internal world. I recognize that my subconscious is a delicate and powerful engine that drives my entire reality, and I refuse to let it be influenced by the low vibrational noise of the collective. I stand at the threshold of my mind with a sword of discernment, allowing only truth, power, and beauty to pass through. I am conscious of every suggestion, every image, and every word that attempts to enter my sanctuary. I reject the seeds of lack and fear immediately, neutralizing them before they can take root. My mind is a sacred space, and I treat it with the reverence it deserves. I am the architect of my own peace. Say this aloud. I am the master of my mental gates. I protect my subconscious with unwavering focus. Only thoughts of power and abundance are permitted here. My future is safe in my hands. Imagine yourself standing before a massive, crystalline gate that towers into the clouds. This gate represents the entry point to your subconscious mind. It is made of a material that only allows high-frequency light to pass through. As you stand there, see various thought forms approaching the gate. Some look like dark clouds of worry, others like bright sparks of inspiration. You hold a staff of glowing blue light. When a dark cloud approaches, you touch it with your staff, and it instantly dissolves into harmless mist. When a bright spark approaches, the gate opens with a harmonic chime, allowing the light to flood into the beautiful garden beyond. You feel a deep sense of relief and pride. You are not a victim of your environment. You are the supreme security of your soul. Section 2. The Sanctity of Inner Silence. I am the conductor of the silence within. I understand that the world is filled with static designed to distract me from my divine purpose, but I possess the ability to mute the external world at will. In the silence, I find the blueprints for my future. I do not fear the quiet. I crave it, for it is the space where my subconscious recharges and aligns with the infinite. I protect my morning hours as a time of non-negotiable stillness. I am not a slave to the notifications, the opinions, or the demands of others. I am anchored in the profound peace of my own being. My consciousness is a shield that reflects the noise back to its source, leaving me untouched. Say this aloud. I embrace the power of silence. I am untouched by the noise of the world. My inner peace is my greatest protection. I hear the voice of my own genius clearly. Visualize yourself sitting in a transparent bubble at the very bottom of a deep, calm ocean. High above, on the surface, there is a raging storm with massive waves and crashing thunder. But down here, in your sanctuary, there is absolute stillness. The water is a luminous turquoise, and the silence is so thick it feels like a physical embrace. You can see the chaos far above, but it has no power to move your bubble or disturb your rest. You feel your heartbeat slowing down to match the pulse of the earth. In this quiet, you see words of gold forming in the water around you. Words like stability, vision, and power. These words are being absorbed into your skin, feeding your subconscious the truth of your greatness. Section 3. The filter of divine discernment. I possess the gift of radical discernment. I am no longer a passive consumer of information. I am an active filter of energy. I recognize that everything I watch, hear, and read is an input that seeks to program my output. Therefore, I am meticulously selective. I choose to consume only that which expands my mind and strengthens my spirit. I am immune to the manipulation of the media and the projections of the fearful. My consciousness acts as a high-frequency sieve, catching the gold of wisdom and letting the sand of triviality fall away. I am wise, I am alert, and I am intentional. I protect my future by controlling my current diet of thought. Say this aloud. I am a master of discernment. I filter all inputs with wisdom and intent. I only accept thoughts that nourish my growth. My mind is a fortress of truth. Imagine you are wearing a pair of sophisticated, holographic glasses. As you look around at the world, these glasses show you the energy frequency of everything you encounter. You see a news report, and the glasses label it as low vibrational static. In red, you instantly look away. You see a book of wisdom or a supportive friend, and the glasses label it as high performance fuel. In bright emerald, you lean in and absorb that energy. You feel a sense of immense power, knowing that you are no longer being tricked by the shadows. You are the operator of your own sensory experience. You watch as your subconscious mind begins to glow brighter, because it is finally being fed the pure light of truth. You are the editor of your reality. Section 4. The immunity of self-validation. I am my own highest authority. I have revoked the power I once gave to the opinions of others. I recognize that the need for external validation is an open door through which my subconscious can be hijacked. Today, I lock that door forever. I validate myself. I approve of myself. I am enough exactly as I am, and I am becoming more every day. My consciousness is a mirror that reflects only the divine truth of my worth. I am protected from the criticism, the jealousy, and the expectations of the world because my foundation is built on self-love. I protect my future by standing firm in my current self-respect. I am unshakable. Say this aloud. I approve of myself completely. I am immune to the opinions of others. My worth is non-negotiable and divine. I am my own highest authority. Visualize yourself standing in a hall of mirrors. In the past, these mirrors showed you the distorted faces of people judging you or wanting things from you. But today, you snap your fingers, and all the mirrors shatter into dust. Behind the dust, a single, massive mirror remains, stretching from floor to ceiling. When you look into it, you don't see your physical reflection. You see a being made of pure, white light and liquid gold. This is your true self. You look into your own eyes and feel a surge of unconditional love. You realize that this is the only opinion that matters. You feel a physical armor of light forming around your chest, protecting your heart from ever being wounded by the words of others again. Section 5. The integrity of the internal narrative. I am the author of the story I tell myself about myself. I recognize that my subconscious believes whatever I repeat with emotion. Therefore, I am the master of my internal monologue. I have deleted the scripts of "not enough," "too late," and "too difficult." I have replaced them with the epic narrative of my triumph. I speak to myself with the kindness of a mentor and the authority of a king. My consciousness is the editor-in-chief of my thoughts, ensuring that every sentence supports my future glory. I protect my subconscious by feeding it the language of victory. I am the protagonist of a legend, and I am writing a masterpiece. Say this aloud. I speak only victory into my life. I am the author of my own success. My internal narrative is powerful and positive. I am winning in every area of my mind. Imagine you are holding a golden pen and standing before a massive, ancient scroll that represents your subconscious record. You see old lines written in gray ink, lines of past failures or old doubts. You wave your hand, and the gray ink disappears, leaving the parchment clean and white. Now, you begin to write in brilliant, glowing ink. You write, "I am a master of my destiny. I am a magnet for wealth. I am a beacon of health." As you write, you hear the words echoing through the halls of your mind like a powerful anthem. You feel the physical weight of these truths settling into your bones. You aren't just thinking, you are recording. You are engraving your future into the fabric of your soul. Section 6. The Digital Shield of Cognitive Defense. I am a conscious user of the digital world, not a victim of its algorithms. I recognize that the screens I look at are delivery systems for suggestions, and I choose to block any content that triggers comparison, anxiety, or lack. I am the programmer of my digital feed, curating a stream of inspiration that fuels my subconscious with possibility. I do not scroll aimlessly. I engage with intention. I protect my attention as my most valuable currency. My consciousness is a firewall that stops the malware of societal fear from infecting my deep mind. I am digitally sovereign. Say this aloud. I am digitally sovereign. I guard my attention and program my feed with power. I block all negativity and embrace only growth. My digital world serves my vision. Visualize yourself sitting in front of a massive holographic interface. Hundreds of tiny windows are open, flashing with news, advertisements, and social media posts. You see a trash can icon at the bottom of the screen. With a single swipe, you pull all the distracting and negative windows into the trash. As they disappear, you see the program code of your subconscious mind on the screen. It is glowing blue and running smoothly. You drag new files into the code labeled Success Protocols and Infinite Abundance. The system hums with efficiency. You feel a sense of cool, technological mastery. You are the admin of your own mind. Section 7. The Transmutation of Collective Shadow. I am aware of the global consciousness, but I am not bound by its shadows. I recognize the fear and scarcity that permeate the world, but I refuse to let them colonize my subconscious. I am a transmuter of energy. When I encounter negativity, I do not absorb it. I transform it into fuel for my mission. I am a lighthouse in a storm, unaffected by the darkness I illuminate. My consciousness is a high-frequency filter that prevents the static of the world from dampening my internal signal. I protect my future by remaining in the light of my own truth, regardless of the surrounding darkness. Say this aloud. I am a lighthouse of truth. I transmute all negativity into power. The shadows of the world have no place in my mind. I am light, and I am free. Imagine you are walking through a crowded, gray city where people are whispering words of fear and worry. As the gray mist of their words tries to touch you, you see a golden aura radiating from your skin. The moment the gray mist hits your aura, it turns into brilliant sparks of white light and falls to the ground like stardust. You are not fighting the gray. You are simply existing at a frequency that turns it into beauty. You feel a sense of immense strength and peace. You walk through the crowd with your head held high, a beacon of possibility in a world of limitation. Your subconscious remains pure and energized. Section 8. The Guard of the Financial Blueprint. I protect my subconscious relationship with wealth and prosperity. I have deleted the programs of struggle, debt, and not enough. I recognize that my conscious thoughts about money determine my subconscious capacity to receive it. Therefore, I speak of abundance with absolute certainty. I am a person of high value, and I am naturally compensated for the excellence I bring to the world. I protect my future by ensuring my subconscious believes in its own deservingness. I am a wealthy being, and my consciousness is the guardian of my financial expansion. I am open to the flow of infinite supply. Say this aloud. I am worthy of infinite wealth. I speak abundance and I live in prosperity. My subconscious is programmed for financial greatness. I am a magnet for money. Visualize yourself standing in a massive, ancient vault. The walls are lined with gold bars and chests of jewels. In the center of the vault is a pedestal with a glowing orb. This is your financial blueprint. You see a few dark spots on the orb, old beliefs about money. You reach out and wipe them away with a cloth of light. The orb begins to spin and glow with an intense, warm golden light. You feel the heat of that light hitting your chest, filling you with a sense of knowing that you will always be provided for. You aren't hoping for wealth, you are realizing it. The vault is yours, and you have the only key. Section 9. The Biological Guardian of Vitality. I am the protector of the vessel that houses my consciousness. I recognize that my physical state directly influences my subconscious receptivity. I fuel my body with life force, movement, and rest, ensuring my hardware is optimized for the software of my genius. I protect my subconscious from the fog of poor health and the lethargy of neglect. I am vibrant, alert, and physically sovereign. My consciousness is the CEO of my biology, commanding my cells to operate at peak performance. I protect my future by building a body that can sustain the weight of my greatest visions. I am vitality incarnate. Say this aloud. My body is a temple of energy. I am vibrant, strong, and physically elite. My health supports my highest vision. I am alive in every cell. Imagine your body as a high-performance machine made of light and muscle. See your circulatory system as a network of glowing gold, delivering oxygen and ideas to every cell. Imagine a scanner moving down your body, identifying any areas of tension or stagnation, and instantly dissolving them with a warm, blue light. You feel a surge of raw, physical power in your legs and a sense of lightness in your chest. You see yourself performing your daily tasks with an effortless physical grace. You aren't just thinking about innovation, you are physically embodying it. Your posture is upright, your eyes are bright, and your skin glows. Section 10. The Ancestral Filter of Lineage Power. I am the culmination of thousands of years of survival and strength, but I am not a prisoner of ancestral trauma. I recognize the patterns of my lineage, and I use my consciousness to filter out the limitations of the past. I keep the wisdom, the resilience, and the power of my ancestors, but I delete the scripts of lack, fear, and silence. I am the transition point for my bloodline. I protect my subconscious from the ghosts of old failures. I am the one who breaks the cycle and starts a new legacy of abundance and vision. My future is clean, clear, and mine alone. Say this aloud. I am the break in the chain. I keep the strength of my ancestors and release their fears. I am building a new legacy of power and light. I am free. Visualize a long line of people standing behind you, stretching back into the mist of time. These are your ancestors. Some are handing you heavy, gray stones, their regrets and fears. Others are handing you golden keys, their wisdom and strength. You turn to face them. You thank them for the keys and place them in a bag at your side. Then, you gently take the gray stones and place them on the ground. I honor you, but I will not carry this, you say. As you do, a wall of glass rises between you and the mist. You can see them, and they are smiling, but the weight can no longer pass through. You are free to walk forward. Section 11. The Future Self Proxy and Time Guard. I am in constant alignment with the version of me that has already achieved the vision. I use my consciousness as a bridge, pulling the wisdom and confidence of my future self into my current subconscious mind. I do not wait to become that person. I adopt their frequency now. I protect my subconscious from the delay of linear time by acting as if the goal is already fulfilled. I am the proxy for my own greatness. My future self is my mentor, and I protect my current mind by listening only to the advice of the one who has already won. I am a time traveler of intent. Say this aloud. I am my future self now. I think, act, and live from the finish line. My victory is a memory. I am pulled forward by my own greatness. Imagine you are standing in a dark room with a single, glowing doorway in front of you. You step through the door and find yourself in a beautiful, high-tech office with a panoramic view of a city you built. Sitting in the chair is you, 10 years from now. They are calm, wealthy, and radiating peace. They stand up and walk toward you, placing their hands on your shoulders. You feel their frequency transferring into your body. It feels like a cool, steady vibration of absolute certainty. They whisper, "It's already done. Just keep being me." You step back through the door, carrying that vibration in your chest. The gap is gone. Section 12. The frequency of the elite sentinel. I carry myself with the quiet authority of an elite creator. I recognize that my vibe is the first line of defense for my subconscious. I do not engage in petty arguments, low vibrational gossip, or the search for clout. I am an observer of the world, not a participant in its trivialities. My consciousness is a high-level sentinel that keeps my energy focused on kingdom building. I protect my future by maintaining a standard of excellence that others find intimidating. I am the elite, and my subconscious is programmed for the highest levels of influence and impact. I occupy my space with power. Say this aloud. I am elite. I occupy my space with power and poise. I avoid all triviality and focus on my empire. My frequency is high and my focus is sharp. Visualize yourself walking into a crowded room. You aren't wearing anything flashy, but the moment you enter, the energy of the room shifts. People don't know why, but they feel the need to stand a little straighter in your presence. You see a cloak of deep violet and silver light draped over your shoulders. This is your frequency. It acts as a barrier that prevents anyone from projecting their smallness onto you. You move to the center of the room, and you feel as solid as a mountain. You aren't seeking attention. You are simply being an authority. You feel the physical weight of your own self-respect. You are the master of the room. Section 13. The subconscious vault of secret ideas. I protect my seeds until they are strong enough to withstand the elements. I understand that sharing an innovation too early can dissipate the energy required to build it. I keep my greatest ideas in a sacred subconscious vault, sharing them only with those who have earned the right to see them. I am not seeking likes for my unbuilt dreams. I am seeking results for my finished masterpieces. My consciousness is the combination to this vault. I protect my future by staying silent until the manifestation is inevitable. I am the quiet architect of a loud success. Say this aloud. I guard my ideas with silence. I do not leak my power for validation. My vault is secure, and my work is deep. I speak through my results. Imagine you have a small, wooden box in your hands. Inside is a glowing, white seed, your most important project. You don't show it to the people passing by. You walk into a private, sun-drenched garden and bury it in rich, black soil. You water it with your focus and protect the spot with a circle of white stones. You watch as a green sprout appears, but you still tell no one. You wait until it is a massive, fruiting tree that everyone can see before you say a word. Feel the immense power of having a secret. That secret is your energy. It is growing because you aren't letting it escape through your mouth. Section 14. The Law of Strategic Exclusion. I understand that to say yes to my future, I must say no to my distractions. I use my consciousness to practice radical exclusion. I exclude toxic relationships, low-quality entertainment, and busy work that does not move the needle. I am not available to everyone and everything. I protect my subconscious from the fragmentation of overcommitment. I am a master of the focused few. My future is protected because I am pouring all my energy into a single, sharp point of intent. I am a minimalist of distraction and a maximalist of impact. Say this aloud. I say no so I can say yes to my destiny. I exclude the trivial and focus on the vital. I am focused, disciplined, and powerful. My energy is concentrated. Visualize yourself standing in a room full of people holding out their hands, asking for your time, your money, or your attention. You see a glowing, golden circle on the floor around you. You step inside the circle. As you do, everyone outside the circle becomes slightly translucent, and their voices fade to a quiet hum. You look down and see 3 objects in the circle with you. These represent your top 3 goals. You pick one up, and it glows brightly. You realize that you don't have to be mean to the people outside. You just have to be committed to what is inside. You feel a sense of immense freedom. You are finally focused. Section 15. The Architecture of the Mental Void. I am unafraid of the emptiness between ideas. I recognize that for new, revolutionary blueprints to appear in my subconscious, I must first clear out the clutter of the old. I use my consciousness to create the void, pockets of time where I do nothing but be. In this silence, the most profound insights are born. I protect my subconscious from the constant input of the world so that the output of my genius can emerge. I am the master of the pause. My future is protected because I am giving my mind the space to rewrite its own limits. Say this aloud. I embrace the silence. I create space for my genius to breathe. I am the master of the pause. In the void, I find my greatest power. I am still. Imagine you are standing in a room filled with thousands of pieces of old furniture and boxes of junk. You open a large door and start pushing everything out into the street. One by one, the room becomes emptier and wider. Finally, the room is completely empty, just white walls and a white floor. You sit in the middle of the floor and breathe. After a few moments, a single, glowing geometric shape appears in the air in front of you. This is a pure idea. Because the room is empty, you can see it clearly. You realize that the junk was preventing you from seeing the gold. You feel a sense of absolute clarity. Section 16. The Echo of Conscious Intent. I recognize that my subconscious is always eavesdropping on my conscious conversations. Therefore, I speak about my life as if every word is a command to the universe. I do not say, "I'm tired." I say, I am recharging. I do not say, I'm broke. I say, I am preparing for my next harvest. I am the master of the echo. I protect my subconscious by ensuring the reverberations of my speech are always positive, powerful, and productive. I am the high-frequency broadcaster of my own reality. My consciousness is the microphone, and my future is the audience. Say this aloud. My words are commands. I speak only power, wealth, and health. I am the master of my internal echo. My subconscious hears my victory. Imagine you are standing in a massive, ancient canyon. You shout the word, success, and wait. A few seconds later, the canyon shouts back, success, success, success. The sound getting louder each time. Then you shout, abundance, and the canyon echoes it back until the whole valley is vibrating with the word. You realize that your subconscious is this canyon. Whatever you shout into it, it will return to you with interest. You see yourself walking through your day, carefully choosing the words you shout. You feel the vibration of victory in your chest as it echoes through your body. You are the commander. Section 17. The immune system of the spirit. I have developed a spiritual immune system that identifies and destroys the viruses of self-doubt and unworthiness. I recognize that negativity is a pathogen that seeks to weaken my subconscious resolve. My consciousness is the white blood cell of my spirit, constantly patrolling my thoughts for signs of infection. I do not let a negative thought fester. I neutralize it immediately with the antibiotic of truth. I am resilient, robust, and spiritually impenetrable. I protect my future by maintaining a high vibrational health that makes me immune to the diseases of the common mind. Say this aloud. My spirit is immune to doubt. I destroy all negative thoughts with the light of truth. I am resilient, powerful, and spiritually strong. I am healthy. Visualize your spirit as a glowing, white orb in the center of your chest. See tiny, dark spores of doubt floating in the air toward the orb. As soon as a spore touches the edge of the light, it is incinerated in a tiny flash of gold. The orb doesn't get smaller. It gets brighter with every spore it consumes. You feel a sense of invincibility in your heart. You aren't afraid of the spores because you know they are just fuel for your light. You feel your spiritual immune system working automatically, keeping your mind clear and your heart strong. You are a biological and spiritual powerhouse. Section 18. The solar plexus shield of will. I am the master of my own willpower. I recognize that the world seeks to bend my subconscious to its own agenda, but I remain unyielding. I am anchored in the power of my solar plexus, my center of action and authority. My consciousness is the shield that protects this center from being drained by others. I do not allow energy vampires or dream stealers into my inner circle. I protect my future by maintaining a fiery focus will that burns through all resistance. I am the king/queen of my own domain, and my decree is final. Say this aloud. My will is iron. I am the master of my own power. I protect my energy from all drains. I am focused, fiery, and unyielding. I am the master. Imagine a sun-like ball of fire glowing just above your navel. This is your will center. Now, see a golden shield appearing in front of it. As people approach you with their demands or negativity, you see their energy hitting the shield and being reflected back as harmless sparks. You aren't being mean. You are being sovereign. You feel the heat of your own will warming your whole body. You stand taller, your voice becomes deeper, and your eyes become sharper. You realize that you have all the power you need to finish your mission. You are the fire that cannot be put out. Section 19. The third eye sentinel of intuition. I trust my gut over the facts of the world. I recognize that my subconscious has access to data that my conscious mind cannot perceive, and I use my intuition as a sentinel for my future. I protect my subconscious by listening to the quiet voice of my inner knowing. If something feels wrong, I am conscious enough to walk away, regardless of how good it looks on paper. My consciousness is the decoder for my intuitive signals. I protect my future by following the internal compass that always points toward my highest good. I am guided. Say this aloud. I trust my intuition. My inner voice is my highest guide. I see beyond the surface and know the truth. I am always guided to my highest good. Visualize a single, lidless eye made of blue light sitting in the center of your forehead. As you look at a new opportunity or a new person, the eye begins to pulse. If the pulse is slow and warm, the path is clear. If the pulse is fast and sharp, you know to wait. You aren't guessing. You are seeing the energy behind the form. You feel a sense of immense safety, knowing that you have an internal radar that never lies. You see yourself navigating through a complex world with ease, because you are looking at the truth, not the appearance. You are a seer of your own destiny. Section 20. The Crown of Sovereignty. I have reached the state of total mental autonomy. I recognize that I am a divine being having a human experience, and I claim my crown of sovereignty. I am not a subject of any system, any ideology, or any history. My consciousness is the absolute monarch of my subconscious. I protect my future by acknowledging my own divinity. I move through the world with the grace and authority of someone who knows they are backed by the infinite. I am. My mind is my kingdom, and I rule it with love, power, and wisdom. I am sovereign. Say this aloud. I am sovereign. I am the master of my own kingdom. I lead with divine authority and wisdom. I am the I am. My future is my empire. Imagine a crown made of white light and liquid diamond descending from the sky and settling onto your head. The moment it touches you, you feel a current of electricity running down your spine, grounding you to the earth and connecting you to the stars. You are standing in a high, mountain throne room. The walls are open to the infinite cosmos. You look out over your life and see it not as a series of problems, but as a series of provinces to be governed and improved. You feel a sense of quiet weight, the responsibility, and the joy of being the one in charge. You are the king. You are the queen. Section 21. The root of stability and grounded power. I am anchored in the reality of my own strength. I recognize that a protected subconscious requires a grounded foundation. I am not flighty or unstable. I am as solid as the earth itself. I use my consciousness to pull my energy down into my roots, ensuring I cannot be blown over by the winds of societal change. I protect my future by building a base of practical discipline and physical presence. I am here, I am real, and I am immovable. My subconscious feels safe because I am a grounded leader. I am the mountain. Say this aloud. I am grounded and stable. I am solid as a mountain. My foundation is unshakable. I am present, I am here, and I am powerful. Visualize yourself as a massive, ancient cedar tree. See your roots as thick, red cables of light that travel deep into the ground, wrapping around the very core of the earth. You feel the heat and the stability of the planet flowing up into your legs. A hurricane is blowing around you, but you don't even sway. You are part of the earth itself. You feel heavy in a way that feels powerful and safe. You realize that the storm can only take your dead leaves. It cannot move your soul. You are the anchor. You are the rock. You feel a deep pulsing, yes, from the center of the world. Section 22. The flow of adaptability. I am like water, capable of flowing around any obstacle while maintaining my essence. I recognize that protection is not rigidity. I protect my subconscious by remaining flexible and adaptable to the shifting tides of the world. My consciousness is the navigator that finds the path of least resistance. I do not fight the current. I use its energy to reach my destination faster. I am fluid, I am graceful, and I am persistent. I protect my future by refusing to break under pressure. I simply change shape and keep moving forward. I am an unstoppable flow. Say this aloud. I am fluid and adaptable. I flow around obstacles and keep moving toward my goal. I am graceful and persistent. I am the water that carves the stone. Imagine you are a clear, powerful river rushing down a mountain. You encounter a massive boulder in your path. You don't hit it with anger. You simply divide into two streams, flow around the sides, and join back together on the other side. You are actually faster after the obstacle than you were before it. You feel the cool, rushing energy of your own movement. You realize that nothing can stop water. It either goes over, under, around, or through. You see yourself navigating your day with this same water logic. You aren't stressed. You are just flowing. You are the force of nature. Section 23. The fire of transmutation. I am the flame that consumes all that is unworthy of my future. I recognize that some old beliefs must be burned away to make room for my expansion. I use my consciousness to direct the fire of my intent toward my subconscious limitations. I do not fear the heat of growth. I am a master of the Phoenix Protocol, dying to the old version of myself and rising from the ashes as a more powerful creator. I protect my future by ensuring that no dead wood remains in my mind. I am the fire that purifies. Say this aloud. I am the fire of transformation. I burn away all limits and rise in power. I am a phoenix. My future is born from the ashes of my past. I am new. Visualize a ring of bright, violet fire surrounding you. Step into the center of the flame. The fire doesn't hurt. It feels like a warm, tingly energy that is stripping away a layer of gray dust from your skin. This dust is your old fears and excuses. As the dust burns off, you see your skin underneath is made of gold. You feel lighter, faster, and more intense. The fire is clearing a space around you, burning away any weeds of distraction. You emerge from the flame with wings of light. You are no longer the person who walked in. You are a being of pure, radiant intent. Section 24. The air of infinite perspective. I am the master of the I view. I recognize that my subconscious can become trapped in the small dramas of the day, and I use my consciousness to rise above them. I am the eagle that sees the whole landscape from a distance. I protect my future by refusing to get bogged down in the microscopic details of how. I stay focused on the what and the why. My mind is as expansive as the sky. I protect my subconscious from the claustrophobia of small thinking. I am a citizen of the infinite. Say this aloud. I see the big picture. I rise above the drama and focus on my vision. My mind is expansive and free. I see with the eyes of an eagle. I am high-minded. Imagine you are standing on a glass platform thousands of feet in the air. Below you, you see the city of your life. The traffic jams and the small arguments look like tiny, colorful toys. You can see the whole map, the shortcuts, the open roads, and the beautiful destinations. You realize that when you are down on the street, you feel stuck. But from up here, you see that you are never truly stuck. You feel the cool, fresh air filling your lungs. You feel a sense of cosmic humor. You are much bigger than your problems. You see the path clearly. Section 25. The Ether of Universal Connection. I am a node in the infinite network of the universe. I recognize that my subconscious is connected to the all, and I use my consciousness to ensure that connection is clean and powerful. I am not a lone wolf. I am a supported creator. I protect my future by acknowledging the help that is always available to me from the unseen realms. I am in a state of constant co-creation. My consciousness is the antenna that receives the signals of divine guidance. I protect my subconscious from the illusion of aloneness. I am part of the whole. Say this aloud. I am connected to the universe. I am supported, guided, and loved. I am a co-creator with the infinite. I am never alone. I am part of the all. Visualize a web of silver threads connecting your heart to the stars, the trees, and the people you love. See pulses of light traveling along these threads. These are ideas, support, and energy being sent to you. You are carrying the world. The world is carrying you. You feel a sense of profound belonging. You see your goals as stars in this web, and you realize they are already connected to you. All you have to do is pull the thread. You feel the hum of the universe in your bones. You are a divine being in a supportive cosmos. You are home. Section 26. The Mirror of Absolute Truth. I am honest with myself about my own progress. I recognize that a protected subconscious requires a foundation of truth. I use my consciousness to look into the mirror of my results without judgment. I do not lie to myself about my habits or my efforts. I am the investigator of my own soul. I protect my future by ensuring my subconscious is not built on a house of cards. I am brave enough to see the flaws and wise enough to fix them. I am a person of integrity, and my word is my bond. My future is solid. Say this aloud. I am honest and true. I see my results, and I take responsibility. I am a person of integrity. My foundation is built on truth. I am real. Imagine you are standing in a hall of mirrors. Most mirrors show you what you want to see, but one mirror in the center shows you the truth. You walk to that mirror. You see your strengths, but you also see where you have been lazy or afraid. You don't look away. You look into the eyes of your reflection and say, I see you, and I love you enough to change. As you say it, the reflection begins to glow and transform into your highest version. You realize that honesty is the solvent that dissolves the old and creates the new. You feel a sense of immense cleanliness. Section 27. The Resonance of Gratitude. I am a magnet for more because I am grateful for the now. I recognize that gratitude is the ultimate seal for a protected subconscious. I do not focus on what is missing. I obsess over what is present. I am thankful for the breath, the vision, and the opportunity. My consciousness is a gratitude generator, turning every experience into a blessing. I protect my future by ensuring my subconscious is saturated with the frequency of thank you. I am rich in spirit, and therefore, I am rich in life. My heart is a fountain of appreciation. Say this aloud. I am deeply grateful for my life. I focus on my blessings and attract more. My heart is a fountain of gratitude. I am rich in spirit and rich in life. Visualize yourself standing in a rain of gold coins. But each coin is actually a memory of a blessing. One coin is a friend's laugh. One is a sunset. One is a win at work. You are catching them in a large silver bowl. As the bowl fills, it begins to overflow and spill out into the world around you, turning the grass into jewels and the trees into light. You realize that your gratitude is literally beautifying your reality. You feel a warm, tingly sensation in your chest. You have so much to be thankful for that you can't help but smile. You are the richest person in the world. Section 28. The boundary of selective vulnerability. I am open to the world, but I am not a doormat. I recognize that my subconscious is sensitive to the energy of others, and I use my consciousness to set firm boundaries. I am selectively vulnerable, sharing my heart only with those who have earned the right to see it. I protect my future by refusing to let toxic energy into my inner sanctuary. I am a gated community of one. I am kind, but I am not nice at the expense of my own soul. I am the protector of my own peace. My boundaries are my love for myself. Say this aloud. I set firm and loving boundaries. I protect my heart and my peace. I am selectively vulnerable and self-respecting. My energy is mine to give. Imagine you have a beautiful, glowing garden. There is no wall, so the neighborhood dogs and the wind are destroying the flowers. Now, see yourself building a wall of white marble around the garden. There is one golden gate. You stand at the gate with a key. You don't lock everyone out. You just check their vibe before you let them in. You see your garden beginning to thrive because it is finally safe. You feel a sense of immense control. You realize that saying no to the wrong people is saying yes to your own flowers. You are the gardener. Section 29. The momentum of consistent discipline. I am the master of the small win. I recognize that a protected subconscious is built through the boring consistency of daily habits. I do not rely on motivation. I rely on ritual. My consciousness is the enforcer of my discipline. I protect my future by showing up for myself every single day, regardless of how I feel. I am a professional creator. I protect my subconscious from the chaos of inconsistency. I am building a momentum that will eventually become an unstoppable force. I am the bricklayer of my own empire. Say this aloud. I am disciplined and consistent. I show up for myself every day. My rituals are my power. I am building an unstoppable momentum. I am a professional. Visualize a massive, heavy flywheel made of iron. At first, you are pushing it with all your might, and it is barely moving. You are sweating and tired, but you don't stop. You push every day. Slowly, the wheel begins to turn. Then it starts to move faster. Now, it is spinning so fast that it is creating its own wind. You can just touch it with one finger, and it keeps going. This is your momentum. You feel a sense of immense ease. You realize that the hard work was just the beginning. Now, the habits are doing the work for you. You are the master. Section 30. The radiance of self-forgiveness. I am not my mistakes. I recognize that my subconscious can become clogged with the guilt of the past, and I use my consciousness to practice radical self-forgiveness. I am a student of my experiences, not a victim of them. I release the shame and keep the lesson. I protect my future by ensuring my current mind is not a prison of old regrets. I am light, I am unburdened, and I am free to try again. I am the master of the clear slate. My future is a blank canvas, and I am a master painter. Say this aloud. I forgive myself completely. I release the past and keep the lesson. I am light, unburdened, and free. I am the master of the clear slate. I am new. Imagine you are wearing a backpack full of heavy, black stones. Each stone has a mistake written on it. You are walking up a mountain, and you are exhausted. You stop and sit on a rock. You take out a stone that says, I failed. You look at it, you say, thank you for the lesson. And you throw it off the cliff. You watch it fall until it disappears. You do this with every stone. Finally, the bag is empty. You stand up, and you feel like you can fly. You look up at the mountain, and you realize you can reach the top in minutes now. You are finally truly free. Section 31. The frequency of play and joy. I am not just a producer, I am a liver. I recognize that my subconscious needs the fuel of joy to remain creative and protected. I use my consciousness to schedule play. I find the fun in the work and the magic in the rest. I am not a grind culture robot. I am a vibrantly alive human being. I protect my future by ensuring my subconscious is saturated with the frequency of delight. I am a magnet for miracles because I am a magnet for joy. My life is a celebration of the infinite. Say this aloud. I am joyful and playful. I find the magic in every moment. My life is a celebration. I am vibrantly alive and creative. I am a magnet for miracles. Imagine you are a child in a room full of the most fascinating toys and gadgets ever invented. There are no no's and no don't touches. You are free to explore everything. You pick up a glowing cube, and as you touch it, it teaches you a new language. You look through a telescope, and it shows you the birth of a star. You feel a sense of bubbling excitement in your chest. The world is not a chore. It's a playground. See yourself walking through your day with this same wide-eyed wonder. Everything is interesting. Everyone has a story. You are never bored because you are always learning. Section 32. The sovereignty of choice. I am the ultimate decider of my life's direction. I recognize that while I cannot control everything that happens, I have absolute control over how I interpret and respond to it. I am not a victim of my past or a prisoner of my circumstances. I choose my thoughts, I choose my focus, and I choose my future. Every moment is a new opportunity to make a different choice. I take full responsibility for my life, and in that responsibility, I find my absolute freedom. I am the screenwriter, the director, and the star of my own journey. I choose greatness. Say this aloud. I choose my reality. I am the master of my responses. I take full responsibility and find absolute freedom. I choose greatness in every moment. Imagine you are standing in a room with 1,000 doors. Behind each door is a different version of your future. Some doors are small and gray. Some are massive and golden. You aren't waiting for someone to tell you which one to pick. You have the key to every single one. You walk past the doors of mediocrity and safety and stand before the door of infinite vision. You take a deep breath, turn the key, and step through. You feel the physical sensation of choosing. You aren't being pushed, you are stepping. The power is entirely in your hands. Section 33. The Protocol of Social Immunity. I am immune to the dramas of the collective. I recognize that society is often a factory of fear, and I use my consciousness to stay in the sanctuary of truth. I do not participate in the outrage, the division, or the panic. I am the unmoved mover. I protect my future by maintaining a mental environment of peace and logic. I am aware of what is happening, but I am not infected by it. My subconscious remains focused on expansion, while the world focuses on contraction. I am the architect of a new paradigm. Say this aloud. I am immune to the world's drama. I stay in the sanctuary of peace and truth. I focus on expansion while others focus on fear. I am an architect of the new. Visualize yourself standing in a transparent, soundproof bubble in the middle of a crowded, noisy protest. People are shouting, waving signs, and looking angry. You can see their mouths moving, but you can't hear a single sound. Inside your bubble, there is soft music and the smell of jasmine. You are sitting in a comfortable chair, reading a book of wisdom. You aren't judging the people outside, you just aren't with them. You feel a sense of immense mental distance. You realize that you can be in the world but not of it. You are safe. Section 34. The alchemy of selective attention. I am the master of my filter. I recognize that my subconscious is built by what I pay attention to, and I use my consciousness to practice visual and auditory fasting. I fast from the news, from low-level music, and from the scroll. I feast on high-level philosophy, high-frequency sound, and the silence of nature. I protect my future by ensuring my attention diet is of the highest quality. I am what I focus on. My consciousness is the chef of my reality, and I only serve the best. Say this aloud. I focus only on what expands me. I feast on wisdom and fast from noise. I am what I pay attention to. My diet of thought is elite. I am focused. Imagine you are at a massive banquet table miles long. It is covered in every kind of food imaginable. Most of it is junk food, shiny, colorful, but empty of nutrition. At one end of the table, there is a small area with superfoods, glowing fruits and vegetables that look like jewels. You see everyone else stuffing themselves with the junk and getting sick. You walk past them and sit at the superfood area. As you eat, you feel your body becoming stronger and your mind becoming clearer. You realize that you have the secret to health. You feel a sense of immense vitality. Section 35. The Sentinel of Creative Integrity. I protect the soul of my work. I recognize that the world will try to commercialize or dilute my genius, and I use my consciousness to stay true to my original vision. I am not a seller. I am a creator. I protect my subconscious from the fear of not being liked. I create for the audience of one, the divine within me. My future is protected because my work is authentic, raw, and powerful. I do not follow trends. I start them. I am the master of my own creative integrity. I am the real deal. Say this aloud. I am true to my vision. I create with authenticity and power. I do not follow trends. I set them. My work is my soul, and I guard it. I am real. Visualize yourself in a high-tech studio. You are working on a masterpiece, a painting, a book, or a business plan. A group of critics walks in and starts telling you to change this color or that word to make it more popular. You look at them, you smile, and you snap your fingers. They vanish instantly. You turn back to your work and follow the whisper in your heart. You see the work beginning to glow with a light that is totally unique to you. You realize that your uniqueness is your value. You feel a sense of immense creative pride. You are the master. Section 36. The Protocol of Midnight Protection. As the day draws to a close, I consciously seal my subconscious from the residue of the day's events. I do not take the world's problems into my sleep. I am the master of my evening transition, using my consciousness to audit every experience and release anything that does not serve my future. I wash away the stress, the fragments of conversation, and the digital noise in a stream of intentional forgiveness. I enter the state of rest as a sanctuary, not a processing plant for chaos. I set a guard at the entrance of my dreams, commanding my subconscious to work only on the solutions and the visions of my highest timeline. My sleep is a sacred recharge for my sovereignty. Say this aloud. I release the day and seal my mind. My sleep is sacred and protected. I dream only of my highest potential. My subconscious is safe and secure as I rest. Visualize yourself standing at the edge of a clear, moonlit lake. You are wearing a heavy robe made of the day's events. It feels weighted and dusty. You unfasten the robe and let it fall to the grass. You step into the cool, silver water. As you submerge, you feel every fragment of the day being washed off you. The water glows with a soft, bioluminescent light that neutralizes any lingering tension. You emerge from the lake wearing a garment of pure, silk-like light. You walk to a bed made of clouds and lie down. You see a dome of violet light form over your bed, acting as a filter. Only the most beautiful, creative, and healing energies can pass through. You are completely safe. You are ready to travel into the infinite. Section 37. The authority of the present moment. I am anchored in the eternal now. I recognize that the past is a memory and the future is a projection, but the power is always in the present. My consciousness protects my future by refusing to leak energy into what was or what if. I am the master of my current attention. By being fully present, I deny the subconscious access to old traumas and future anxieties. I am alert, I am here, and I am powerful. My presence is a barrier that keeps the ghosts of the past from haunting my future. I am the light that illuminates the path I am currently walking. I am the master of the moment. Say this aloud. I am fully present and fully powerful. I own this moment, and I own my future. I am free from the past and fearless of the future. I am here now. Imagine you are standing in the center of a brilliant circle of white light on a dark stage. Outside the circle is total darkness. This represents the past and the future. Inside the circle, everything is vivid, sharp, and energized. You feel the ground beneath your feet is solid and real. You feel the air on your skin. You realize that as long as you stay within this circle of presence, nothing from the darkness can touch you. You are the source of the light. You see your goals appearing as clear objects within the circle with you. You don't have to go find them. They are attracted to your presence. You feel a sense of immense, calm authority. You are the center of the universe. Section 38. The resonance of the unbreakable will. I possess a will that is as hard as diamond and as flexible as water. My consciousness protects my subconscious by maintaining an unwavering commitment to my vision. I do not waver when the world presents me with a different fact. I know that my internal truth is the higher law. I am the captain of my soul, and my will is the rudder that keeps me on course. I protect my future by refusing to accept defeat in my mind. I am persistent, I am relentless, and I am inevitable. My consciousness is the flame that keeps my subconscious warm with the heat of my desire. I am an unstoppable force of nature. Say this aloud. My will is unbreakable. I am committed to my highest vision. I never waver, and I never doubt. I am the master of my own destiny. I am inevitable. Visualize yourself as a massive, obsidian pillar standing in the middle of a desert. A fierce sandstorm is blowing, and the wind is trying to erode you. But you aren't made of sand. You are made of solid, ancient stone. The wind just polishes your surface, making you shine brighter. You feel the core of your being as a humming, vibrating line of power that connects the earth to the sky. You aren't fighting the storm. You are simply outlasting it. You see your future self standing at the horizon, waving you forward. You realize that your will is the bridge that connects you to that person. You feel a surge of raw, primal power. You are the pillar. You are the path. Section 39. The Sovereign Sentinel of Wealth. I protect the wealth codes of my subconscious with the intensity of a monarch. I recognize that poverty is a mental infection, and I use my consciousness to maintain a sterile environment of abundance. I do not discuss lack. I do not entertain debt. I do not vibrate with scarcity. I am the CEO of my own prosperity. I protect my future by ensuring my subconscious believes that wealth is my natural birthright. I am a high-value being, and my consciousness ensures that my external world reflects that internal value. I am wealthy in all things. Say this aloud. Wealth is my natural state. I protect my abundance codes with power. I am a high-value being, and I live in prosperity. My consciousness is a magnet for wealth. Imagine you are in a massive, ancient vault filled with gold and jewels. You are the only one with the combination. You walk through the vault, and you feel the weight of your own prosperity. You see a leak in one of the walls, a tiny hole where old beliefs about money are dripping in. You take a trowel of golden mortar and seal the hole. Now, the vault is airtight. You sit in the middle of your riches, and you feel a sense of absolute safety. You realize that money is just energy, and you have mastered the flow. You feel a deep, warm knowing that you will always be rich. Section 40. The fusion of the conscious and subconscious. I have reached the state of total integration. My consciousness and my subconscious are now a single, unified field of power. I have protected my mind so well that it is now a perfect reflection of my divine intent. There is no longer a gap between what I think and what I manifest. I am the master, the protector, and the creator. My consciousness protects my future because my future is already here, lived within the sanctuary of my mind. I am the light, I am the way, and I am the manifestation. It is done. It is done. It is done. I am that I am. Say this aloud. I am unified. I am whole. I am the master of my mind and the creator of my world. My future is bright and my power is infinite. I am that I am. Visualize yourself standing on a high mountain peak at sunrise. The gold of the sun is merging with the gold of your own aura. You see your conscious mind as a bright sun above you and your subconscious as a deep, glowing earth beneath you. Suddenly, the sun descends and the earth rises, and they merge within your heart. You feel a massive explosion of light that turns everything into a single, shimmering field of gold. You are no longer trying to protect anything. You are the protection. You are the future you are seeking. You feel a sense of absolute, perfect completion. You have arrived. You are home. Final statement. You have successfully completed the 40-section fortress of protect your subconscious because consciousness protects your future. Take a deep breath and feel the literal shift in your internal atmosphere. You have just spent time in the highest vibration possible, installing a sophisticated defense system for your destiny. You are no longer the person you were when we began. You are now the sovereign ruler of your mental domain. The world will continue to be loud, but you now have the silence of the ocean. The world will continue to be chaotic, but you now have the stability of the pillar. Your future is secure because you have taken responsibility for the seed you allow into your soul. Carry this I am frequency with you into every conversation, every transaction, and every challenge today. You are protected. You are powerful. You are the architect. If this session has strengthened your spirit, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell for your daily dose of mental armor. Share this with a fellow visionary who needs to reclaim their power. Your consciousness is the key. We will see you in the next session.